Thanks for joining Eureka Springs channel. I'm Melody Purdy, your host, and I'm here today at the newly formed Community Center here in Eureka Springs. And I'm here today with our guest, Ms. Kat Luna, who is the Activities Director. You're just freshly hired, right? Fresh off
Very
the,
fresh.
Fresh off the plate. And Diane Murphy, and everybody knows you here locally. You are the chair of the foundation for the Community Foundation here, Community Center Foundation. So thanks for joining me, guys. So,
Thank you.
Well, you're brand new here, so tell me a little bit about yourself and why are you excited about this project? Tell me about that.
My background is very diverse, both personally and professionally, and I've done everything from nonprofit management to yoga instruction to technical consulting. So I moved here in 2016, and one of the very first things that happened was I went to a Chamber of Commerce dinner, and in that dinner they were talking about, look at the community center, this is what we're doing, and I thought, this is amazing, this is an exciting reason to come here and be a part of this community. And so I applied, and I just was so excited and thrilled to be a part of this project because I feel like it's this giant blank canvas for the community and a great opportunity for us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, what do you think is most of the important factors about this, and why does Eureka Springs need a community center?
You know, our community is so rich with resources, and a really well-managed community center bridges gaps between the resources that are offered through the government and everything else, and the community. What does this community need? And I feel like there are so many opportunities for people to come and learn and experience, to grow both in mind, body, spirit, and for us to develop something that's a true reflection of who we are. I'm so proud to be a part of this community, and it's so exciting to me to come to a place where people will gather and learn from each other and share and teach and grow and support one another. That is one of the best things about Eureka, is that we've got this diverse community, and here's a place that volunteers can come in and they can contribute and experience and receive on so many levels.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know that everybody's excited to have you on board. But, you know, this seems like a really big step for our community. It's a really big step for you guys as a foundation to come together and do this. And so tell me a little bit about, you know, what are you accomplishing, and why did you choose Kat to be a part?
Well, the project itself has been so huge. We've been so focused on just getting some spaces in the facility ready. So now that we've been through, you know, mold remediation and you know, removing all the debris and, you know, all of the 100 things that it took just to get some spaces ready, we're thrilled to finally get to open and be able to have some offerings for the community. Yeah. And as far as choosing Kat, you don't have to visit with her very long to know why.
Right.
Yeah, she has so much experience and enthusiasm and such a broad skill base. And we're thrilled to have her on board. I feel confident that
you seem like the perfect fit.
Yeah,
for
as
Eureka
people in the community get to know her better,
Yes.
they're going to be as impressed as we've been.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, because I know that we're kind of coming in, and you guys have done so much already.
We have.
But I wanted to ask you, you know, what do you feel like is going to be your first step?
Well, right now we're in very much an administrative phase. We're trying to set up membership structures, policies, and procedures, but we're also looking at input from the community to create our first program offerings. And to that end, I've met with a variety of people, from volunteers to possible potential partners, and we're really just kind of trying to narrow down, because we have to start a little on the small side. Our hope is to continuously grow as the community experiences the offerings, so that eventually we offer something to every segment of the population.
Right.
And so we're really trying to focus on what does this community need, and asking the community to come forward and say, this is what I can offer, or this is what I feel like we really need, and go from there. That's where we are.
That's a good step,
Yeah.
for sure. That's a clean one too.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So, what are you working on today? What's happening in this next month? What are you looking at?
Well, we're looking at a grand opening celebration very soon, so we're planning that.
Okay.
And we're also, as I said, I've had several meetings with a lot of different people, and I'm continuing to have meetings, even traveling as far as Kansas City to talk to potential grant partners and and Veterans Administration. So we're really looking and trying to hone our programming in and see what we have locally and see what we can offer right away, because we're looking at programming from every different aspect, from educational, arts, language offerings, to fitness programs. We're just trying to get the best offerings what we possibly can start with for the community.
Right, and you've gotten to a certain level of progress here with the construction. So, getting on board with what you have, facilities you have to house that right now, I'm sure is the key to all of that, isn't it?
It is, and finding volunteers. I mean, I really want to stress that one of the things that really excited me about with this project is sustainability. I come from a background of sustainability, and the fact that this area, Eureka Springs, is so rich with appreciation for history, and we really honor that tradition. I think it's wonderful that we did that with this old high school. I mean, one of the things that fascinates me is that one of our board members planted a tree when they were a school teacher at this facility. Oh. It's still out there, and we are also working with the Native Garden Society to save a tree. So what we're trying to do here is really honor all the memories and all the culture of Eureka Springs, and invite people to come in and say, hey, I played basketball in this gym. Yeah, and it's so cool to be able to do that, and it's in the board, and the volunteers have just done so much work, which really excites me, and we just continuously appreciate our volunteers and our donors, and just want to keep that as part. This center is being built by the community and for the community, so it's exciting.
It really is, and it's a lot of energy, a lot of hours of
gosh,
volunteerism. Goodness, I'm just listening to you and just what you're doing, and I'm thinking about all the work that has been done prior to you getting here.
Yes.
And I want to speak to that a little bit, because this does take so much work, Diane.
It does.
I mean, I know I've volunteered here in Eureka, and a lot of people don't really realize how many hours can accumulate in your work week when you're also trying to do your other jobs that you have.
Exactly.
And so I wanted to ask you, with anything that we do as a collaboration in Eureka, sometimes we come up on setbacks and maybe some negativity that come along the way. And I wanted to ask you, what's keeping you motivated? What's keeping you focused on the prize here?
So for sure, there's setbacks and challenges and pushback that you hope doesn't happen, but does. But for sure, what keeps me motivated is I think we need it. It matters. And Kat was talking before about all of the different groups that are working so hard to create so many different things in town. Yeah. And the community center seems to be a spot where so many of those groups can come together, work together, have an even better opportunity to offer that out to the community. We're I think one of the few small towns that doesn't have an actual town square. We've got Basin Park, and that would be kind of our closest thing.
Right.
And our vision is sort of this site becomes the other gathering spot. We've got Basin Park, and we've got here.
Yes.
And I think it matters.
It does matter.
I think that's the motivation, and I think in the face of adversity, really, like the biggest solution is you just keep going.
Just keep going.
Keep going and do it.
Right.
And then it happens, and all of the work is worth it.
I wanted to just add to that, because one of the things that has struck me from the beginning of this project, I mean, just the people involved are so diverse and so committed. We may each have individual views about what we should have as a community or what we need as a community and how we should do it. But the fact that at the end of the day that people can get together and mail out mailings to everyone in the community and throw paint on the wall and deal with, I mean, it's just an incredible effort. Right. And it's really astounding, because this is not being funded in any way but by the participation of the board and by volunteer funding and by grants, which people don't realize how long and how hard the grant process
exactly,
is.
Exactly.
So it's just an astounding effort, and so I really appreciate all the work that everyone has done so far.
Yeah.
It makes me want to just dive in with both hands.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's really important too to have that sort of collaboration. And anytime you do a grant with any organization, it does take a mindset to approach that, because a public or a private, whatever you do, all that sort of thing, mixing and mingling. There are so many requirements. In fact, people don't really realize how many requirements there are to dot your I's and cross your T's to be able to have that funding and to be able to do it appropriately. So it's really exciting that you've got so many people involved and so many people that are knowledgeable about how to do that. So
we do. We have a really committed and dedicated board. But in addition to that, we have a population that wants it to see it happen also.
Absolutely.
So we have over 400 local donors.
That's amazing.
So
Right.
when you have that and people have said, yes, we want this, we're willing to help make it happen.
Yes.
Here's a contribution to do that, then it's inspiring and
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
you want to make it happen.
Right. Well, you've got a lot of people that believe in what you're doing as a board and as a community. We're all
Yeah.
supporting you. And I cannot wait to see what you guys turn over the next leaf and get to the next step. And by the way, guys, if you're looking and watching, we are actually sitting in a newly finished room that you guys went from top to bottom and
We did.
restored. This is
Yep.
your new meeting room, and
Yep.
it's available now for folks to.
It is available
to
now
use
for
if
people
they want
use.
to.
That's correct. That's
and
correct.
they would just give you a call and ask questions.
That's right.
Figure it all out together.
That's right.
Right?
We're and that's part of what this time is we're trying to figure out the best way to serve the community.
Right.
And we're so open to people coming and giving their input and just coming up with the best solution for everybody.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game in the community. To me, it's like we can all, at the end of the day, have different feelings and opinions about whatever the issues that come up. But what we're really here to do is to celebrate this community and just fill in those gaps and help people make life connections and make better life choices. I mean, we have everything from an Eagle Scout food pantry outside to support and nutrition with the farmers market. It's just a great opportunity for our community. And I'm so looking forward to being in a space where people can come together and enjoy being a Eurekan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think if you build it, they will come
There we
together.
go.
I
Let's do
really
it.
believe that, and you guys are doing such a fantastic job. The greenhouse project. There's so many things you've got that
Yeah,
are rolling
lots of
rolling
things in
through,
process. Yep.
and that are coming together, and people are coming on board and helping out, and it's just. It's exciting.
It is
It's
exciting.
exciting. So thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you to the board and for all the people that have donated out there.
Yeah.
Without their efforts, this probably would have never began. All the
That's
people
right.
out there that are believing in this project and
That's
are
right.
coming together and
Yeah.
and making decisions together. And let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Let's get together as a community.
Yes.
Let's come
Yay.
together.
Yay.
Let's all stay positive about this. Let's give everybody here that has given they've given all their time and their effort and their energy, blood, sweat, and tears to this project. Let's make sure that as we come together as a community and support this effort, let's make this dream happen, guys. So contact Kat, get more information, contact anybody on the board. I'm sure they'd love to answer any questions or to collaborate with you if you're interested in supporting this effort even further. So contact the community center. Thanks, guys, for watching Eureka Springs channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.